Welcome back to another Confidence Edit. I'm Cheryl, and I'm joined here by two very special guests, our nail ambassador, Carrie.
Hey guys.
And Margie, who is a Dermalect office favorite and making her Dermalect debut on the Confidence Edit. Today, we are going to be doing a in-studio mani and taking you through all the steps and secrets into how to achieve a long-lasting and stronger manicure. Let's get into it. Today's a really special day. We have a very special regimen here, including our new launch GlowGetter. How are we going to start off?
We're going to start by shaping the nail. We're going to be using a glass file since our model here has beautiful long nails.
Margie, you do have beautiful nails, it's true.
I personally prefer the glass file for natural nails. It's less damaging to the nail.
Abrasive, right?
Yeah. We want to start from the corners towards the middle. She already has a natural almond shape, so we're just gonna keep that and even the nails out.
So when you're filing, what's the most important thing to keep in mind?
Not applying too much pressure. You don't want to do the back and forth, just file in one direction.
Because she's already kind of has like a natural shape, we will not be cutting today. We will just be filing the nail. So how do you know if you've gone too far with filing?
It all depends, right? What you want to do. If you want to keep the length, right? You don't want to overdo it. And also look at them before you start to file and see where you're going to be applying more pressure to get rid of more of the nail.
Marjorie, I feel like you prefer long nails.
I had short nails when I started. And I started using the products, and I didn't intend to grow them long. They grew long because of the products. So which one of our products is your favorite?
The hand cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. So left field.
I actually have it on my nightstand. I apply it before bed.
I keep one in my purse, one in my car, one on my desk.
Yeah,
I do.
I can attest to that, yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be going to step 2 now, just buffing the nail.
So what are some of the most common mistakes that people make?
For buffing, I would say that they forget to buff underneath the nail to remove the residue that you get from filing. When you start painting the nail, it doesn't look very nice. So it's also not gonna make the product adhere properly. So you're gonna get lifting or chipping in the corners.
It really is an essential step of your manicure. I don't know how many people actually like buff on their own or at home.
I think they do.
No,
I
right?
think they file and then go right in. So
Right.
And it also helps with removing the natural oils from the nails.
Which can also get in the way of a long-lasting manicure. Well, Marge, I have to say, your nails look great.
Well, I kept my nails short. I knew a lot of other estheticians that did keep their nails long while they worked. So when I started here, I started to try out all the products. It was not intentional. I didn't think I was going to grow my nails. My nails became so long. In the beginning, it was a little bit rough. I did have some chipping.
Right.
I was very patient and consistent.
Consistency is key, it
was
seems
really
like.
that's the trick. It's just consistency, and my nails became so long that I had trouble typing on my phone, typing on the keyboard. And I was
You're
like,
living the dream, Marge.
what a
It's
problem.
champagne problem.
Yeah, it was the champagne. I have to tell the customers that it's patience and consistency, and it will deliver
Yes.
if you do those things.
If you actually use the products, the treatments.
Okay, so next we're gonna be working on the cuticle area. We're doing a dry manicure, so we're just gonna push back the cuticle.
So how often should someone be doing their nails, Carrie?
I would say weekly.
Once a week, right?
Yeah.
That is what we recommend. If someone feels the need to do it more than that, is that something that you would recommend?
Every 3 days, maybe, reapplying products, but at least once a week.
So explain to everyone what you're doing here. Like, we have a very unique set of tools here.
Yeah, I like that. That was smart that you... I wouldn't have thought to do that, actually, use a spoolie.
It's easy.
It's smart,
to,
yeah.
I don't like to reuse, so I just get a bunch and throw
like
them
that.
away. We're pushing back the cuticle, and then we're going back to scraping all the dead skin so we can have a clean nail plate before applying the product.
Carrie, do you have some tips on how to build nail strength over time?
I would say cuticle oil gives that elasticity the nails need, to not break easily. So it's very important not only to hydrate the area around, but what it actually does to the nail.
So what I'm hearing is that we really need to incorporate hydration into our regimen. And you hear that all the time, also across skincare. There's so many similarities between like the way that we approach nail care and the way that we approach, issues in the skin. Like even the ingredients that we're using and the delivery systems, they also like take a page from skincare. GlowGetter, our new treatment, features lactic acid, which works as a chemical exfoliant for the nails to help with like flaking and dryness. Like I don't know anyone else who's really doing that.
I've never seen this. Yeah.
How's it looking, Carrie? Looking good?
Yeah. And now we're gonna use a cuticle nipper just to remove some of her skin.
And would you say people make mistakes here?
So you just wanna you can tell which one is live skin from dead, right? You can see the white area that you wanna get rid of.
Carrie also has a very fine eye for detail, I have to say. You've been doing this for how long? 13 years? 14 years? 14
yeah.
years. Over the course of 14 years, I'm sure you've seen a lot of different nails.
Yeah, well, I also do fashion weeks. I do events. I assist. I've also been lucky enough to be a lead manicurist. That's where I have the freedom to design the looks that are going to be on the runway.
Whose runways have you done the nails for?
Recently, I worked with Brandon Maxwell for one of the campaigns they did.
That's a good match, you and him. I like that. Let's say someone's starting out doing their own nails at home. What are like the Manny must-haves that they need to have?
A cuticle pusher, because that's definitely the main thing you want to do. Prep the nail plate properly before applying any product to make it last longer. Nail file, that's essential as well. You want to even everything out.
And would you say a glass nail file is better for like a beginner, or is that something like it's more advanced?
I would say start with a glass nail just so that you don't damage your nails, especially if you're trying to grow them out.
Right. Now it's time for the fun part.
Okay, so first we're gonna start with Makeover. It's an anti-aging rich filler. We're gonna do 2 coats of that.
I think it's so important how the makeover is applied, because I could put on the makeover myself and it'll look completely different than what Carrie's doing right now. So Carrie, how do we properly apply nail polish?
So you want to get a good amount in the brush and you wanna glide it over the nail without applying too much pressure so that you don't get streakiness.
And why is it that people get streakiness? It's because they don't have enough on the brush, or technique, or?
It's both not having enough product on the brush and applying too much pressure. And you also want to cap the free edge.
Yeah, so this is an industry term. Explain what capping the free edge means.
So you just go over the free edge and apply product there to seal it, and you can do that either at the end of the application or you can do it at the beginning of the application.
Right.
So I'll do it here in the beginning so you guys can see.
So what Carrie's doing is she's dragging the brush alongside the edge of the nail, the tip of the nail, and that locks it in and helps create like a more uniform coat that wraps around the edge of the nail.
And what I love about this product is that you don't need a base.
Yeah, it actually works as your base coat.
Right.
That's why we did doing 2 coats of this as opposed to a base coat followed by the makeover. Makeover is your base coat.
For people who don't know, why would you say a base coat is important?
It helps the color stay longer, and it's used to prevent discoloration of the nail. When you apply especially like a red or any dark color, you're gonna see yellowing of the nail. It's a barrier also.
And you also have to keep in mind that's like the first step of your manicure. So it's really infusing your nail bed as that first coat. And with Dermalect treatments, it's a chance for the treatment to infuse your nail with skincare and nail loving ingredients. So that's 2 coats of Makeover on its own that looks beautiful on the nails. Describe for us the look that we're creating today, because we're not just going to stop there.
So we're going to be applying 2 coats of GlowGetter, which is it has a slight pink tint to it.
And this works as both a Perfector and a Brightener. It just accentuates that pink color and gives like a rose tint to the nail.
So it's like when you put lipstick on and then you put lip gloss on top of it.
Yeah, it's like, think of it like almost like a highlighter or like a blush. This is like a blush for the nails. And we're layering the look here, but you can also wear these two shades on their own. So normally you would go on to the second hand, but we want to show the contrast of what happens when you do 2 coats Makeover and 2 coats GlowGetter. So you're gonna go back to that same hand.
And apply a second coat.
Perfect. Margie, how you feeling?
I love it. And I feel like you can't go wrong. Like, you can't make so many mistakes with this.
That's the beauty of it also. It's like foolproof. Like, especially the GlowGetter, it's so forgiving for someone who wants to do their own nails, but just wants like a healthy, jelly-like, high shine look with like a little bit of a pink tint. So Carrie, describe what we're seeing here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is now 2 coats of Makeover and 2 coats of GlowGetter. So you can see the difference there.
And Makeover on its own is beautiful.
Yeah.
But this is just another look that you can achieve. And here she is capping the free edge once more to really seal in that manicure.
And it's important that you do it to every coat that you apply, not just the first one. So we just finished applying the second coat to her right hand. And now we don't need to add a top coat since GlowGetter is both a base and a top coat. So we could just move on to applying Cuticle oil. We're gonna be using the Revital-Oil, which for me is a very interesting product. I've worked for a lot of years and in the nail art and nail world. And this has 2 different phases, the water base and the oil base. So for this product, you actually have to shake it to mix them together. And then once it appears like this, you're good to apply it onto the cuticle area. And then you're just gonna do a small amount and then you're gonna spread that afterwards. You can use your nails to do it, but I wanna use a cotton swab in this case just to make sure I don't mess up the nail.
And what you're doing right now is to really help her achieve the look of hydrated, moisturized skin and nails, correct?
And again, you don't want to forget going underneath the nail to add moisture there as well.
You're making me want to have almond nails, Marjorie. Not gonna lie.
And again, just shake the Revital-Oil again because it does go back to its original 2 phases. So you want to make sure that you mix them well together.
Can you describe this for everyone who's watching, the scent of the product?
I get like a citrusy
citrusy.
or like
Yes.
pineapple,
Yes.
tropical something.
So there's actually citrus oils in the product. It actually has a combination of oils. This is jojoba oil in there, argan oil, and then citrus oils. There's also actually coffee bean extract. A lot of ingredients to hydrate and just bring like revitalizing properties to the nails and to the skin around the nails.
And that's the final look.
Beautiful. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. No, it really is. It's so pretty.
So I think we're all in agreement. These are gorgeous nails. Another manicure, super well done. And we've learned so much today. We've learned about capping the free edge, how important hydration and cuticle oil are. Are there any like last secrets or like tips that you have for the people watching?
The anti-aging hand cream, I use it all the time. It doesn't necessarily have to be once a day. I recommend it usually in the winter to apply it more than once, especially after hand washing. You want to apply moisture again to the nails and the hands as well, because you can use this. I like to rub it in my nails also.
We're so flattered.
I like the effect that it gives to the nails without looking oily, but it gives it hydration.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the tips. I will use them.
If you like what you saw today, give us a like on this video and make sure you are subscribed to the Dermalect channel. We will see you on another Confidence Edit. Bye.